Yeah, no. Okay, now I can see. All right. Okay. So we are continuing. Do you have any question on this one, board and Scrum?
Yeah, what are these, this since overdue since February 28?
Because we started the sprint, you see, the Scrum sprint 0 started February 18th and it should end March 4th, right? And the item, can you click on the board? Yeah,
Okay,
click the board. Yeah. Okay. So mark it this item come done. Like one is in progress, right? Can you drag this one, everything to done?
okay.
Yeah.
This also?
Yeah. Because what is it is
Okay.
considered as spilled over. Like a spilled over mean our sprint has completed. Like today it's going to complete, but still some tasks are pending on our board, right? So that's why it's saying overdue.
Yeah.
Um, so expectation you have to finish within 10 business day or which is 2 weeks. Otherwise, we call this one as a spillover. So this will go to next sprint, and next sprint they can, but typically not accepted. But sometime if we have a dependency, let's say we have some other team has to implement like database or like some other setup installation or some other plugin or library or something needs to done. So we cannot do anything, right? Like we are blocked. So we are waiting. So if we are not able to complete during that specific sprint, we carry over this task or the user story into the next sprint. So it is saying like it will not say overdue. It's just say like we can mark it as a red different color just to say this is coming from the previous sprint, this task. Okay. So now you can
Okay.
go and check in the backlog. I think it should be gone. So again, as a business analyst,
Yeah, it's done. Yeah.
you don't need to manage the board because this is you see it's done, right? So your job is creating Jira stories, tasks, spikes, epics in the board. The board managed by usually a Scrum Master. So Scrum Master will move around thing and product owner. Um, so can you scroll down a little bit? You see backlog. So you always click here in the create. There's a plus sign in the bottom, right? Like in the backlog. You see?
Yeah.
Yeah. So you come here immediately the moment you know the requirement is good, or even you are not complete, you don't know everything. You can just create one shell story, right? Like let's say you are working on a credit card project and they just started. You are estimating there will be 50 user story, and you can just come in and create the epic, one epic, and you can create like the high level user stories, main functionality, one or two user story. You don't need to have more detail. You can just we call as shell stories. You can just write the title. Okay, this is the onboarding. This is the credit card sign up. This is the existing credit card or something. Whatever you understand, you can just create, but it you can keep in the backlog. So the more information you get, okay, how the current process work, and you can create the diagram and you can capture the process mapping, and the more idea you get, you can come and edit your user story, okay, and keep on editing. And there will be a design like a technical lead or solution architect or UX designer, everyone together we will make a design. So after the design is finalized, you know what features or like what functionalities will come so that you can come and modify your use story. Once you modified and everything is ready, we will take to our team, like to the developer. We call as PBR session. We will go through. Okay. Okay, no worries. Okay, so we were discussing after you complete the user stories, we need to get estimation. So you see wherever your mouse, oh, that's not your mouse, my mouse. So you see one user story, the Scrum 3 in the backlog. Yeah, just bring your cursor to the right. You see there is a avatar sign. Is it right? Right. More further right. Yeah. So left, you see there is one space, one dash is there. Like you see, yeah. Click that one.
Yeah.
So here we can estimate the story points. Like we will go through agile ceremonies. Okay. Just for the time being, you can just put number 3. Just type 3 and click the tick mark. Okay. And you see it's asking assign this one to someone, right? Like the profile avatar. Yeah, just click that one. Yeah. Yeah, assign to you. Click your name. Yeah. Okay. So this is how once you create the user story, right? Because you are working on isolation, right? Like no one knows in the team what projects are coming other than you and product owner, business analyst and product owner. Okay. So no one know the developer is working on some other tickets and tester is testing those tickets. So those two groups are busy with the existing work, but these are new work and team doesn't know. So what you do every week, or like that's what usually we do, but it's up to you. When you join the team, you can check around and see how the ceremonies, like every week or like every 2 weeks or 2 days, we call as PBR, product backlog refinement. Product backlog refinement. So product backlog refinement means you create all the user story on the backlog, right? Because these are not assigned to sprint. No one knows this one, the requirement, right? So what you do, the completed user story, let's say the credit card project we were talking, we identified 10 user stories, right? 10 user stories, but you only completed 2 user stories so far, right? So what you do, you take that 2 user stories and you go to PBR, Product Backlog Refinement meeting, and you will be the one to drive the show or drive the meeting. So you tell, hey guys, welcome to PBR. Currently, today I have 2 user stories to be with you. So you take one by one and you walk through them, the existing process, like you have the business process mapping. You can just walk through the bigger picture. Just tell, I have 2 user stories to review. I will give you a context or background. So you just walk through the step by step and you can walk through your diagram. And you can just come to the first user story, customer onboarding for the credit card. So you just talk about the user story, talk about the acceptance criteria, and ask the team, do you have any questions? So the team sometimes tell, okay, this is our assumption, this is our dependency, and whatever the outcome is discussion, you can add notes on the user story if you need, or you can take the notes and you can edit if required. If the team is okay, if they don't have any question, you can ask an estimation from the team, like from developers and testers. Usually they estimate. So that's why sometimes the developers say, I need 3 user stories, user story point. Tester says, I have a lot of to test, so I will go with 8. So you take middle or the higher number story points, and later on take lead, and you can work with who is going to work on this and which developer, right? So let's say in your team you have two developers, and maybe the developer one will work this user story, developer two work with the other user story. So we will go this process later on, okay? Just to give you
Okay.
an idea.
Then we
Yeah.
have to assign,
Yes.
right?
Yeah, you have to assign. That's mean the user story completely ready to work. Like you create first one, you gather the requirement from the business stakeholder, and you do the current state, future state, and you do the diagramming, and you create user story, and you take to the team, and you explain the team to the requirement, and if they okay, if they understood, they have to provide you a estimation. Okay. All right. Okay. So
Okay.
let's continue. Okay. See, can you make little bigger? Can you click the plus sign, little bit more plus sign? Yeah. Yeah. Click. Yeah. We'll go one by one. Just go up first. The first
Okay.
one I want to see. Yeah. Okay. This is good. Okay. So
Okay.
So you see, you start here, right? Open the browser and go to email sign up page. Okay, create the account, enter first. So here, click next. So this is good. Okay, so it's clear, right? Instead of you go like still you can refine this one. Okay, like a refinement. You can make shorter. You can design this one, right? Like reduce lot of text, right? Like
Yeah, I did here in Pinterest account creation. Can you see it?
okay, yeah, okay. Open Princeton websites, very good. Sign up email there, very good. Enter your name. Select gender, choose your gender. So this is not a logic, right? Like logic means it's like a um, close decision.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
Okay. I'm confused on using this diamond symbol because everything looks like a logic or decision here. That's
yeah.
what.
So select gender mean like it's an option, right? It's a feature, right? It's an option you are providing. So select logic mean like if condition. If condition mean like if there is a date of birth field, if the age is less than 18, they cannot continue the flow, right? So like that, that's the question and answer. That's a logic. So that should not be a logic. Okay. Business rules we can put as a logic.
Okay.
Yeah, this is good. But one thing, Sean, I would say, okay, so don't stop after 1 or 2 days. This is the typical skill. This is the skills business analyst required. It's not anything big. You see how we started, right? You documenting and you are diagramming because your job is clarify things to the developer and the testers. So if you show this diagram, they will understand because it can be visualized, right? So your job is the more clarity, more precisely you can write things, show them the requirement, they can quickly give you estimation to your user story because it's the same thing you are going to tell them, right? You have business process mapping, you have diagram, you have user story. How many times you have written? 3 times you have written the same requirement, right? So what you are trying to achieve here, your main goal is clarity. Like, did you understand the work? That's the question you try to answer, right? If they understand the work,
Okay.
so developer can code properly, right? They can code properly, and tester can test properly, right? So that's what you are trying to do, doing different techniques. Okay.
Okay.
Okay, this is good. But for the interview, there might be different type of question might come on the diagramming. Okay, so we want to touch that one. We'll just go through a few of them. So you don't need to do everything. Okay, whatever it's easy for you, whatever you believe it's easy for you, and team does not have any preference. Okay, you have to prepare this diagram, you have to prepare this diagram. It's up to you. Sometimes we don't prepare diagram also. I'm not telling for each user story you need to prepare a diagram. I have seen some BAs don't prepare diagram. It's just for the beginning, but it's a good practice. Any big project coming, and because you cannot prepare for every user story a diagram, right? So maybe for a project, you can create a diagram, business process, and based on that, you can create user stories. But good practice, always show them the bigger picture so that they will understand the requirement clearly. Okay. Okay.
Okay, yeah,
So
we have to create this diagram one by one, or it should be in a new board. Right.
it's up to you. You create always for a project, you can create one. You see my first board there, right? Like you can name it and save it. Its team will not say to you, Sean, okay, I need one diagram, I need process flow. I don't. So usually what I do, I create everything on Confluence. Even in the Confluence also, you can create diagram. I'll show you another day. Okay. So
Okay.
how I create everything on Visio, I just uh, take a screenshot and I will provide there. So again, team they don't care like how do you work, right? Like what they are doing, this is the main goal we try to achieve. Business stakeholder, they try to give you a requirement, you capture the requirement, you present to the team and get estimation, make sure that user story ready to work. That's the primary goal. So how do you create process mapping? You use Excel, you use some other tool, Word, you use Confluent. Developers, they don't care what tools are using. Only this will be easy for you to get an estimation, right? Like if the user story is ambiguity or like unclear, like requirements are vague, then there is a problem. Like there will be 20, 30 people will on the call, they will start poking you, they will ask you, hey, I think you didn't do a good job, you didn't capture it, the requirements are vague. And even they will write on retro also, like some other meeting, they will add comment, the BAs, the requirements are not good or something like that, right? We don't want to go through those as well, right? So it's always good. The more clarity you can show them, and you can ask them always, hey, do you have any questions? If you have any questions, please let me know. Let me try to find those answers, because they're not expecting you should know this one. What you are like a facilitator, you're like an agent, right? If they ask more question, if you don't know, okay, that's action item for you. You can just tell it's a good question. Let me take back and I will clarify. So you go to tech lead and you discuss with him. You go to solution architect, you discuss with them, or the design. Or if anything related to business, you can go and ask business, hey, we have this option. Which option do you want? And you bring back to the team. Okay, these are the options stakeholders like, and you will tell I update the user story. There we go. So this diagramming, process flow, everything for the clarity for the user story to work. Okay, you can
Okay.
use anything, that's fine. Okay, so I just want to quickly, before end of our call, we just want to go through different diagramming. Okay, the first
Okay.
one, you go to Miro, I will tell you. There are template. Just go to the home page. Yeah, just exit. Just go to the home page. This is in my board, right? You are on the my board.
Yeah. Mm.
Go back. Go back. Otherwise, okay, just log in. So always taking to the board. Um, where is the board? Yeah, click new board. Yeah, that's right. Okay. So hold on, don't close, don't. Okay.
Yes, sorry.
Yeah, that's okay. We need the template. So yeah, I see the template. Yeah, click the second one. No, the down. Yeah, click that. Okay, so there is a search button. Okay, so sometime I have seen some job description they're asking. So one is process flow diagram. Do you want me to type in the chat, or can you type process flow diagram? Do you want me to type on? No, I'll type on the chat. You can just copy and paste. Okay. Okay, so this is the first one. So can you copy this process flow diagram? Hi, Chris. Process
Yeah,
flow.
it's process flow, right?
Okay, yeah, copy and open a Google tab. We want to understand, like, yeah, just copy and go to Google, open one Google tab. Yeah, just type in the Google this one. Yeah, and okay. So you see, what is it saying? Can you read what is it saying?
Yeah, visual step-by-step representation of a process mapping a sequence of tasks, equipment, materials, and data flow to improve efficiency and identify bottlenecks.
Okay. So in the right side, you can see a diagram, right? Like, can you open that one? Okay, it didn't do a good job, but we can use that one. Just scroll up a little bit. Scroll up. There was a diagram. Okay. So you see, it's as is explained on the detail, right? Like you already created a process flow diagram. It's start and different process and how to show the bigger picture. That's what most of the time you will create a process flow diagram. Okay, so this is just a basic process flow diagram. Okay, Sean.
Okay.
Okay, so the next one in the MIRO also, I saw. Can you go to MIRO? MIRO. Okay, not the template. Yeah, these are just click one template. I think the third one is good. You see the third one. Okay, that's okay. No problem. Don't close. So you see, there are template, but you see, template are sometimes, I would say, not good for our project. So you know how to create from scratch, right? If you want to use template, you can just come and type template and you can go through whatever is suitable for you. You can take it. Otherwise, just create new one. Okay. Sometimes templates are useful.
Okay.
Okay, that's so first one you have to take note. Okay, you just copy somewhere. The first one is process flow diagram. Okay, so the next one I'll write swim lane diagram. I'll type in
What?
swim lane. I type. You can copy from the chat.
Something okay.
Yeah, swim lane diagram. You can first type in the Google and we'll come to the diagram. Yeah, diagram. Okay, that's okay. Yeah, just first read the definition and then we can take a look. Can you read this one?
Simian diagram is
Yeah,
a specialized flowchart that organizes process steps into horizontal or vertical lines representing different departments, roles, or functional units.
yeah, that's right. Okay, now click one example. Yeah, that's good. Yeah, just go to the example. Just click images. Yeah, click that one. Yeah, that's good. Okay, so you see, the left side, you have the units or like what is the entity? That entity will go on the left side. Example, for us, let's say you are writing user story for Gmail sign up, right? The user will
Yeah.
go on the left side, the first rectangle. like left side, you see user. You can just type user there. Yeah, that's right, wherever you point. And all the steps related to user. So user open URL, user click button, everything, all the steps, you put it in that same rectangle. And second one, let's say
Okay.
it's interact with the system, and you put it in the second one, the system or the backend or the computer or whatever it's okay. It's go in the second rectangle, and you just need to point the arrow up and there. Okay, so as it's showing in this one. Okay, so if you want, you can create one swim lane, because swim lane is very useful when you are working with different teams, different systems, just to show how this is working. Okay. Yeah, you have templates, and whatever the templates you like, you can take. You see this one. So you need to master this one. So swim lane, you have to prepare. Most of the time, like this is useful when you are representing your work. Okay, so this is one type. Okay, another type, very important. Okay.
Okay.
All right. Okay, so all required practice. Okay, and next one, BPMN. So business process, you can type BPMN, the full form, business process model and notation. Yeah. So can you read this one?
Yeah, BPMN is the global standard for graphical representation of business process, designed to create clear, unambiguous, ambiguous, and if needed, executable models. It enables collaboration between business users and technical staff by using standardized flowcharts, including events, activities, gateways, and lanes.
Okay. Can you see a sample from the images?
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, click this one. So there is a special notation symbol, like example, whatever entity you are using, like it's not clear to me. It's mix of process flow, it's mix of swim lane, but there is specific symbol you have to use for the different entity where you are using. Okay, in the, yeah, you can type in here also BPMN, different type BPMN flows are there. You see, BPMN process flow, BPMN standard one. Like the main idea is here, for specific entity, you have to use specific notations or symbol. Okay, so this is just for your knowledge, but if you are confused, I would say you stick with process flow diagram and swim lane. But sometime I have seen in the job interview, they will ask, do you know how to create? And you can say, yes, I know how to create. It's not um, it's not something different. It's just another name for the process flow. Okay.
Okay.
Yeah. So, but we have to do some practices. Okay. So next one, um, you here use case diagram. Okay. So I will type in the chat. You can first go to Google, use case diagram.
Yeah, it is a UML.
Okay. So can you read that one?
Yeah, a UML use case diagram is a behavioral diagram that models a system's functionality by showing how actors, users, or external systems interact with specific high-level use cases.
Exactly. Okay. So you can go to MIRO. Um,
Okay.
you see UML diagram, right? So you can take the
Yeah.
template and you can use your same requirement, only you are just showing in a different representation. Okay. So the next one, sequence diagram. So sequence diagram, you don't need to create like this, how the system interacts, right? Like maybe a tech lead, a technical person can create, but you should know what is this. Okay. So just type sequence diagram and let's read it and we'll move forward. Okay.
Yeah, sequence diagram is a human behavioral diagram that visualizes interactions between objects in a system ordered chronologically. Yeah,
Yeah.
they
So
display
this is
lifelines
yeah.
and messages.
Yeah, this is prepared by the technical people. As a BA, you don't need to prepare, but still you know how to prepare and you can prepare. This is also one time. But the next one is very important, data flow diagram, DFD. Even in the job description you have seen. So just copy and paste and let's see. Okay. Can you read that one?
Yeah, a data flow diagram is a visual graphical representation of how data moves through an information system, outlining inputs, outputs, storage, and processing steps used in business analysis and software engineering. DFD provide high-level overview of system functionality with focusing on or defining specific control flow or technical implementation details.
Yeah, so this is what you will prepare. Okay, just go to um, your MIRO. So DFT, data flow diagram, is recommended. So if you know how to master the process flows and DFTs, it's really good. No, type data flow diagram, not short form.
Okay.
Data flow diagram. Yeah, take one. So you cannot find difference between process flow diagram, data flow diagram, but you need to use to this one, right? Like you don't need to specifically say, hey, I create a data flow diagram, yeah, I created a process mapping. Use any diagram for the starting, okay? But in the interview, they might ask you, do you know how to, what is the difference between process flow diagram? What's the difference between data flow diagram? How do you use? So you have to use it. Don't learn the theory. I would say for different project, we'll practice different project. For different project, use a different diagram and you have to know actually what is the different. Okay, so this just a introduction. I just want to know, introduce you what type of diagrams are there. Next one important is wireframe. I'm saying everything is important, but because why? Sometimes um, different companies they use wireframe. Wireframe, yeah. So wireframe is important if you are working front end design. Yeah, wireframe. Just type, yeah, enter diagram or design, that's fine. So wireframe is nothing but you are with the screen. Can you please go to just read first and then we'll go to Miro. Okay.
Yeah, wireframe is a low fidelity visual guide, essentially a blueprint or skeletal framework used in a web and app design to outline the structure, layout, and functionality of a page before final detailed design.
Yeah, let's say we are creating project for customer onboarding or the credit card. So you will have some screens and how this looks like. I think there is a good example here I saw in Miro uh, banking website. Just take that one, the first
Uh,
one.
and
But no, the here only. Um,
where-
you see new scroll down in the template. Okay, yeah, take the tracking app wireframe. Yeah, use this template. So it's came down, right? So you will see the screen here, like mock screen here one by one. Okay, you can, if you want, you can make it a little bit bigger. All right, guys, I think the session is going to end, okay? We'll continue tomorrow, this diagramming. So we have mind map and value stream and user story mapping. Okay, I'll type on the chat so you guys